Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today, I wanted to take the time to sort of look to the future. And what does that mean? It means Naxxramas. So Nax is going to be the next raid, and a very, very important thing about Nax is going to be frost resist gear. And as we learned, here on the Scarab especially, a lot of people underestimated the shadow resist gear needed on the Warlock side, as well as the nature resist gear needed for the Visitus encounter. So a lot of people were able to actually get those, as well as their frost weapons and things like that. I wouldn't underestimate prepping for Sephiron, and you're going to need a lot of frost resist. Specifically, about 150 is what most people say is like decent, so I would at least shoot for that, and that means going around and getting the gear. And so one of the biggest things that is in the game is, well, it's not in the game yet, but it will be when Nax comes out, is getting these crafting pieces of the Glacial set or the other ones for leather and blacksmithing. So this all starts by going to see Master Craftsman or Omarion in the Naxxramas raid. It is going to be in the Death Knight wing, and he is like I've never really been in OG Nax, but he's in the Death wing, and he is, or the Death Knight, sorry. The Death Knight wing in the first room where the cages are, before the instructor's room, and he can teach you Glacial Cloak if you're a Tailor. Now this requires Revered to Exalted rep with Argent Dawn. I don't have the exact breakdown of what pieces you can get with Revered, but Argent Dawn rep is pretty easy to come by, and you should have it with relative ease, especially with the introduction to Nax event. Apparently you can get a lot of rep there if you're not already Exalted. Like I'm a mage here, I'm halfway through Revered just from all the Strath I've ran, as well as Skolo for whatever reasons I've needed to. So it's pretty simple to get these things done. But anyway, for tailoring, this is a tailoring exclusive and super huge. The Glacial Cloak. Now everyone's going to want this cloak because it's the best frost resistant cloak out there. 18 stam, 24 frost resist. And a huge returning factor in these is going to be Essence of Water, guys. Essence of Water is used in all of these. I just wanted to run it down right here. You should absolutely go with these. Like, you should be farming these right now. You'll make a ton of money come next. It's going to spike very soon if it hasn't already. Usually they're around 10 to 20 gold on my server. I'd imagine they can go upwards of 30 to 40 even if a lot of people don't prepare. For casters, you're going to need 14 total Essence of Waters. For everyone else, you're going to need 8. So let's look at the other pieces. We're going to have the chest, which is the Glacial Vest. Here you can see Frozen Runes, which you get from Nax Trash, and then Essence of Water. That's 6 of those for that piece, and that's where that Essence of Water prediction comes in. Definitely go for those. Then the other piece is going to be gloves. This is going to take 5 Frozen Runes, 4 Essence of Water, and then Rune Cloth and Iron Web is pretty, there's a lot of those out there, so you don't have to worry too much about those. And then we come to the wrists. This is 4 Frozen Runes, 2 Essence of Water, just really good frost resist gear. Now, if you collect all of these pieces, you're going to be sitting, we have 20 frost resist with that, 40 with that, so that's 60. And then we have 30, so that's 90, and then we come to the cloak, which is 24, so that gives you 114 frost resist, just like that. So that's pretty good. These, I don't know exactly what my guild's going to do. I'd imagine we're going to do some trash farming Tuesday and Wednesday whenever Nax comes out. And then because we raid on Thursdays, we'll be able to sort of farm up those runes. For the people that are going for World First, then I guess you're going to have a lot of greens and sort of collect a lot of the gear throughout. Let's take a look at the next part. This is going to be the leatherworking gear. It is the same pieces. You have the chest, This takes Frozen Runes, Enchanted Leather, Essence of Water, Cured Rugged Hide. That is huge. So be on the lookout for those if you're a leather wearer, because they are going to skyrocket, because it's also used in a lot of people's tier 3 pieces as well. Now, super interesting is that leatherworking actually gets the male side of things too. So they get the Icy Scale Breastplate, which takes Frozen Runes, Heavy Scorpid Scales, Essence of Water, and Cured Rugged Hide. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, they all give the same frost resist per piece. This is actually uniformed. So the chest gives 40, the hands give 30, the wrists give 20, and the cape gives 24. So everyone's going to be at that baseline 114 resist just from getting these pieces. So as you uniform them all, so it's pretty nice. So just look for those unique ingredients, whatever you're looking for, and also make sure your guild has an exalted tailor, an exalted leatherworker, and an exalted blacksmith with Argent Dawn. It is so important that you can get these really, really quick, because if you don't have enough frost resist for Sephiron, you're going to wipe so many times, and you just hate to see that, especially when it's your first night and you really want to grind some good content. So now we come to blacksmithing. We go to plate, and we can see the chest right here: Frozen Room, Thorium Bar, Arcanite Bar, and Essence of Water. Now the plate actually is pretty freaking good, and they actually get more frost resist other than the others. They get 42, probably because plates are tanking, and then they get 32 here with the plate, armor, gloves, and then with the wrists they get +4. So the plate side of things actually yields +8, putting theirs at 122 frost resist. So that's actually pretty awesome for our warriors and paladins if you're on the alliance, to keep in mind. And then we also come out some of these pieces is like these shoulders. Almost all these shoulder pieces, if it's pretty much Icebane, Polar, Glacial, those are going to be the pieces that have the frost resist. It's almost like a set, honestly. It's just not actually a set bonus, but they're all called that. They all have it, and just something to really look forward to here in Nax, and things you can get. As you can see, this Hailstone, it's a 20 frost resist ring. Now, an important thing to mention here too, pieces, they have frost resist as well. So if we come here, I'm going to go show you my tier 2 Mage Helm. This is something to use until you get the Glacial Head off of that. Right here you can see 10 frost resist. It's a good piece because it has all of those stats. So, that's 40 spell power with that. Obviously Mish has more damage, and I'm gonna ideally want that, but sometimes you gotta pick the resistances over those other things. And now an important thing to also mention is if you've done your dowsing quest line, you get a this is the Seal of Ascension. So this is the ring in this is the ring here in BRD, or not BRD, Lubers, and this is what unlocks the door to go to Upper Blackrock Spire. Now this is also an awesome piece of gear that will give you some nice resists. It gives you 10, so that's something you can definitely look into and acquire about if you so choose. And then we have the Seal of the Tides, I believe is what it's called. It is from doing the Immersius quest line, and I believe it gives you a lot of resist as well. I need to sort of look for it. My gear's a bit messy here in my bank. But anyway, I know that ring has some frost resist, and it's a part of the quest. I might have potentially disenchanted it, actually, which would be kind of bad, but there's just so many pieces of gear that have little resistances that are just scattered throughout. Always check your tier pieces. A lot of them just have random resists just thrown on there like that. Tier 2 helm has some frost resist. I don't know why, but they all do. So it's just something that you can look into and be ready for. Then finally, boots. I know there's almost no boots for clothies that come to mind. So you definitely want to look on the auction house for frost resist greens. There are a few things that can roll frost resistance from dungeon bosses and stuff like that, but that'd be a lot of grinding just to get a few pieces like that. So keep that in mind as well. But if we just type in frost res, all the pieces of frost resist come up. As you can see, rings here that are 20 are already selling high. This 12 frost resist piece, this plate girdle. So yeah, just keep in mind when you look for these pieces, like they can, everything counts towards it, and definitely check your auction house quite frequently for this gear because you're going to need it. It's going to be huge. So I hope you enjoyed this guide, guys. If you have any questions, anything that you think I missed, please let me know. Definitely check your Atlas, look through stuff. There are so many other places that you can get it. An important quest line that comes out is a way to get frost resist leggings for every class. But I will go over that once we have the content to sort of show you guys that, because it's a bit out there for what you have to do and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.